We're going to do a tier list, ladies and gentlemen, okay? So, I'm going to give some context to this. 10.07 is coming out, and, you know, there's a lot of patch notes, so, you know, it's kind of hard to know exactly how everything's going to play out. We just got some recent PvP changes, you know, some changes to Frost Mage, some changes to Sub Rogue, etc., etc. So, you know, with like, you know, thousands of lines of patch notes, sometimes it can be hard to decipher what's good and what's bad, and you kind of just have to, like, you have to make some speculations. But we just finished watching the players, all the best players play on, well, not all the best players, but a lot of good players, most of the top 8 from the AWC in North America, and one team from Europe. They played in a tournament. We got to see kind of the strength of some of these new specializations, and we're gonna do a quick little thingamabob, okay? Little tier list for you guys, since I know you love them. As always, ladies and gentlemen, if you guys like the channel and you guys like the video, make sure you guys follow the video, give it a thumbs up if you guys want to see more tier lists. And we're going to start with our protection specializations, okay? So garbage, 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 D tier, D tier, D tier. And I'm perfectly okay with this. The prop paladin might be a little bit better, but as a base, we're just going to put this here, okay? Brewmaster managed to win one game today. I still think Brewmaster is kind of mid, but we did see the Frosty K Brewmaster do okay, and probably Brewmaster is more viable than the other specs. Like, you know what, we're gonna put them all D. This is what we're gonna do, and I'm gonna do a new thing with my tier list. Okay, so we're gonna do a new thing with the tier list, guys, okay, where we order them from not only S, A, B, C, D, but we're also gonna order them from left to right, okay? So Brewmaster is the number 1 D, Prop Paladin is the number 2, and then these are just whatever. These are just in no particular order. Keep that in mind as we go through this video. So Fury Warriors, I think right now I put Fury Warriors at like a solid C. I think they are getting some buffs, but I don't know if it's enough to change their power rankings for the time being. So I'm gonna keep them at C for now, unless somebody in the chat can convince me otherwise. We'll leave them there because we really just don't see them that much. Next up, we're going to see the Devastation Evoker, also solid C position. Not looking too good. Didn't see any played in the tournament. I don't really expect it to be better. So, yep, it's not really changing either. So we'll just kind of get this out of the way. Next up, we have Outlaw, which is another specialization that I think is okay. It's okay, but I think it's probably C tier. Like, it's not one of those specs that's kind of unwinnable. I do think it's probably better than Fury and Devastation. My chat is disagreeing with me. They're saying that it should be B tier. So we'll put it B tier. It probably has more win conditions than Devastation and Fury. So I think that's fair. We're going to work through some of these healers. Discipline Priest seemed to have a pretty good showing. I think Discipline Priest is probably pretty solid. We've been seeing kind of a rise. I've been seeing a lot of, as I Q3s, a lot more Evokers too. I feel like Evokers are actually pretty solid. Holy Priests are also getting some buffs. I don't really know where to put them at this point. I feel like I haven't seen enough from all the healers, except maybe Shaman. Shaman could be moving up to S tier. Shaman could definitely be up there at S tier for the healing specializations. I think Druid's probably up there as well. What's making Shaman so good all of a sudden? That's a great question. I'm glad you asked. They got a lot of healing. They got a lot of throughput. Earthshield got a buff. It gives damage reduction. They got overall healing. Yeah, it's strong. It's weird because I feel like the healers are actually all relatively strong. And listen, as I make this tier list, I have experts in the chat that can weigh in. So if you guys want to weigh in on any of my decisions, I'm open. You know what I mean? This is a community tier list. So if you guys want to help me out and you guys want to change my mind, feel free. Holy Paladin isn't that good. So we'll put Holy Paladin at B tier. Druid is not as good as the other healers in 10.1. That is true. Druid's potentially losing a little bit of power rankings. I'd still put them maybe above Holy Paladin. We'll pull it down Holy Priest. I think that, do you think this is fair? Do you think this is fair for the healers, or like maybe a Disc and Resto Shaman A? Maybe these three are just A. Like Holy Priest is A tier. Okay. So what healers are S tier? Oh, Mistweaver Monk too. Yeah, Mistweaver Monks I think are going to be really good also. I think Mistweaver Monks are up there. Disc is S tier. Oh yeah, okay. Disc, we'll put that up a little bit. By far, it's not even a question. Is it better than Resto Shaman? Resto Shaman stonks are pretty good, man. I'm gonna put Resto Shaman up here too. Fuck it. All right. This is how I feel. So my current power rankings for the healers are Disc, Resto Shaman, Prez Evoker, Mistweaver, Holy Priest, Resto Druid, Holy Paladin. There are some people that have concerns about putting Shaman at S tier, but they look good. They look really good. It's a bold prediction from me, but we're gonna leave it as it is. Now, next up, guys, we have some crazy specializations here moving forward for 10.07. Unfortunately for Frost Mage, you know, I'd say it was a solid A tier, but I'm gonna go ahead and drop the power ranking of Frost. I'll put it above this, but I really think the glacial nerfs significantly hurt Frost Mage. It does remain to be seen if there's some sort of like Frostbolt build you could play, it might be okay, but a build like that I don't think is very consistent. So I think Frost is definitely dropping down from A to B, unfortunately. And I would kind of say, I feel like all the mage specs are kind of in this position. What do you guys think about that? Where like all the mage specs are kind of just like B right now. Would you put any of them at A? I think they're all just kind of like mid right now. Frost is A tier. It's getting nerfed in 10.07. It's getting some big nerf. The glacial nerf is big, man. Glacial is a big way that Frost closes out the game. It's a huge nerf. Oh, I don't think so. I know so. Frostbolt is getting buffed, but I don't know. Do you guys think that do you think the mage spec should be higher than B tier? So B tier to me is like, you have some pretty good comps, but comps aren't based around mages. Like nobody is, yeah, like we'll do like Warlock, for example, like Destro Warlock and Demo Warlock. Like you build comps around a Demo Warlock, right? It's like you get the Demo Warlock, that's the foundation of the comp. And then you can just like plug in things. Like you can play like Mage with the Demo, or you could play Ellie with the Demo, or anything in the game with the Demo, Warlock with the Demo, you know what I mean? You think Frost is A, but you haven't even played it. It's nerfed. I think Fire, dude, Fire I think is actually going to kind of like overtake. Like, I don't know. In my opinion, Fire is already kind of coming up. It's like, it's the Rogue Mage spec now. I feel like Mage's best comp is Rogue Mage, and Fire is the best for Rogue Mage. You can't see the 3 Mage specs being equal? Well, we'll go back to the Mage specs, okay? Why do you think that? Because Fire just has the most on-demand instant damage that doesn't just AoE everything, right? Like Arcane for RMP is pretty good, but I think Sub is the best version of RMP right now, and I think Fire just fits a lot better with that. All right, so Warriors. I think I'm going to put Warriors at S tier. Or do you think Warriors are A? A or S for Warrior? I think S, personally. My personal opinion is S, so we're going to keep the Arms Warrior up at S tier. Affliction Warlock, you know, prior to me making this, all right, Laro said S. He is a warrior, so we're going to put him up there. And I'm perfectly, if you guys actually think that Mage is better than the B tier, like, I'm just going to say this. I think Mage is good. I do think Mage is good. I think it's a part of a lot of good comps, but it just doesn't carry compositions. Maybe I'm wrong about that. I feel like you could replace the Mage with a Destro Warlock in almost any situation, and it's better. Frost is A tier. Dude, the glacial nerfs, I'm telling you, bro. You're like, okay, you know what? I will put Frost above. I'll put Frost above Arcane and Fire. Okay, but it's gonna be A minus. Like if it's not B, it's A minus. If it's a Resto Shaman Dislock meta, Arms is probably S tier or high A. I'm glad you guys agree. Windwalker Monks. Where would you plug in the Windwalker Monk? I've been playing a lot of Windwalker Monk lately, and I actually don't think it's that bad. I would say it's B plus. I would say it's high B, and even in some comps, like maybe like a low A. I think you actually can build comps around Windwalker. Like I think it's not the best. It's definitely worse than Arms Warrior. It's definitely worse than, but it's not like that bad. You know, I don't think it's that bad. I don't want to like sandbag. It's like B plus. I'm going to put it at high B for now, okay? It's not C. Windwalker Monk is not C, I'm telling you guys. All right, now let's move forward, guys. Boomkins. You cry on Windwalker and Mage? Wait a minute. So somebody just commented in my stream that I'm being biased against Windwalker Monk. Every single person in my stream is telling me that Windwalker is C tier. And I'm putting it higher than that. I'm saying it's like low A or high B. How's that? How am I being biased? I'm literally saying it's better than you guys. Be reasonable, man. All right. Now, I don't know. Somebody has to tell me what's going on with Enhance. Is Enhance getting anything? Enhance is another one of those things that I think it's like, I feel like Enhance is like B. Oh, anyways, I didn't finish Affliction. Anyways, yeah, sorry. I would have said Affliction is C, but I think with the Affliction buffs, it's going to be good. I'm going to put it at B plus for now. And I think there's a possibility that it's A, actually. I feel like it's the possibility that Affliction is actually A. There are a lot of things that hard counter Affliction, but I think at least with Demon Hunters getting nerfed, that cuts off one of them. The thing is, like, Affliction is getting huge buffs to Dark Glare. Dark Glare is getting tons of damage. Agony is getting tons of damage. Corruption's getting tons of damage. Demon Hunters are getting nerfed, so they can't reverse magic anymore. Rapture is equalized, so Rapture does the same damage. I think Drain Soul actually does more damage. And that little like random little ice thing that shoots out does more damage too. Rapture's nerfed? It's actually not. So it's like, with the talent changes and the PvP changes, it's not buffed and it's not nerfed. It's about the same. Allegedly. Sometimes it's hard to read patch notes. Yes, for sure. I agree. That's why I need you guys to help me as well when it comes to these tier lists, okay? Okay, we have a few specs left. What did I just say? I put Affliction Warlock at B tier. We moved Frost up to A after some careful consideration, but I'm not convinced. Hunters. Dude, I feel like, bro, is it crazy to put like I swear, man, I feel like Hunters are good. Like good. BM Hunters S, right? Can we all agree on that? What about Marks? Are all 3 specs of Hunters S tier? You think that? Damn, you guys are all saying Marks are S. So BM is S tier, Marks Hunter is S tier, and Survival is A tier. Okay, we've got agreement within the chat for 10:07. Let's move up. Anyways, Enhancement Shamans. I don't know if... Is anything happening to Enhancement Shamans? I feel like Smexton knows Enhancement Shamans. What is anything positive happening to Enhancement, or are they staying like C? D. They're actually B. They're B. I think they're B. Healing Surge got lowered. Okay, they're B. Okay, good. Now, we're gonna do a controversial one. Actually, I'm gonna save my controversial ones for the end because I know everyone's gonna be wanting to see where I put Rep Paladins. Ellie Shaman. I don't want to say that Ellie Shaman have fallen off because I still think they're really good. I still think Ellie Shaman are really good, but am I comfortable putting them at the S tier? I think I'm not. They're like A. They're like a solid A, low A, high B. Okay, we'll put them at the low A. They die, yeah. But here's my question: is Frostmage better than Ellie? I feel like Frostmage is. I feel like it's not. Ellie's buffed? Oh no. Ellie is way more versatile. I think so too. I agree. Okay, so we're gonna leave it at this for now, and we can go in with the nitty-gritty details. I feel like when did Arcane fall off? I feel like Arcane lost its power rankings because of the rise of Hunters. I feel like Arcane's natural predator has like the demos and the BM Hunters and stuff is what kind of sent them down. Their predators rose. I don't think Arcane's bad either, but yeah, I think there's a lot of counters to it. All right, now, Subtlety Rogue. Subtlety Rogue. Now, where are we putting this one? Subtlety Rogue did get some nerfs. It got some nerfs. Is it S tier or A tier? High A? We'll put it at the highest A. What do we think? How the hell is Holy Priest A tier? I think it got some solid buffs. I put Holy Priest above Resto Druid. Now, Resto Druid, Resto Druid didn't have a bad performance today in the tournament, so I don't know if maybe it has to be better. I feel like Resto Druid didn't have a bad performance today. I might move it up a little bit. I'm gonna move it up. I don't think it's Holy Paladin level. We saw a lot of people play Resto Druid with a lot of different comps today. Okay. Now, Assassination. I feel like Assassination still did really well. Is it high A tier or S tier? Assa. S. Mid A, S. Assa, not S, really? I think it's hard to say. I feel like in a tournament in threes, I would still say Assa's S tier. This is where it's different between like solo shuffle and a tournament. Because like RPS still seemed very good. Venruki's hella dumb. Wait, why? Peekaboo didn't even dare log on as a rogue today? It's funny you say that because he did play as a rogue and he won his first series. Assa's way worse. Yo. So this is 10:07 is not the blind changes. Just so you guys know. This is not the blind changes. I'm putting Assa at S tier. I think it's better than, it's definitely better than Marks, I would say. Shadow Priest. Shadow Priest I think is A. I'd say Shadow Priest is like a very, how far are we from 10:1? This is a 10:07. We're months away from 10:1. Months. That's a lot of S tier specs. It is, yeah. It is a lot of S tier specs. There's a lot of good specs. Maybe I feel like, I feel okay with that. I feel like there's a lot of really, really fucking good specs right now, which is a good thing. What about Feral? I feel like Feral's not bad. It's like mid A. We'll put it A. I feel like there's a lot of variety in the ladder queue, so it makes sense. No, definitely. I swear, man, like people joke around about like the balance of WoW right now, but when I queue, I have more variety than anything. There's so many different comps that are good right now. Boomkin. You guys say Boomkin's B tier? Yeah, I think it's kind of similar to Windwalker Monk. I think Boomkin, I feel like it could be low A. Is Boomkin worse than Frostmage? Is Boomkin worse than Frostmage and Ellie Shaman? Yes. Are you guys sure? I feel like Boomkin's not that bad. I feel like Boomy's good. I'm going to put Boomkin at A tier. I really don't think it's B tier. This is, we can disagree at this one, but I think Boomkin in Solo Shuffle is really good. I think it's really good in Solo Shuffle. And I think in threes, it's weird because like in tournaments, because everyone can just hard counter it with Gnome, it's not, and like Asaros kind of shit on it, but I feel like Boomkins are okay. I think Boomkins are okay. I think it's underrated. Okay, now Demon Hunter. Where are we putting Demon Hunters at? In terms of melee. I feel like I don't fight Demon Hunters that often. I don't think it's B tier though. Well, let me ask you guys, what do you guys think is better? And I'm gonna let you guys decide. Do you guys think that Demon Hunter or Windwalker is better overall? 90% of my chat said Demon Hunter is better than Windwalker. I feel like Demon Hunters are good. I'm gonna put Demon Hunter bottom of the A tier. Maybe better than Boomkin, but it's close. Demon Hunter is worse than Boomy. Boomy is not bad. Dude, I don't know why people are saying Boomkin's bad. Boomkin is not bad. I played with Super Tees to get my Glad push. I don't think it's bad. Honestly, I think Windwalker might become S tier with how slow the games are getting. The games don't feel that slow. There were some slow games. The tournament that I watched today was definitely not slow. I feel like most games were pretty fast outside of the tank games. Windwalker might become S tier. S tier, I think that's a bit of a stretch. I would also say what are Windwalkers even getting any changes in 10.07? I feel like they're not. They're getting like very minuscule changes in 10.07. I don't think they're really going to change that much. Windwalker Monk has definitely been S tier. They've definitely been absolutely cracked. Why is Druid back in A tier? I feel like it's good. It seemed to do well today. Windwalker Monk is also a spec that heavily relies on crits too, to like close out games. But you might be right. Maybe it's just attrition. If it doesn't die in stuns, then you could be right. I'm not sure. I think it's losing a lot with its tier set though. I think it's one of like you know how some specs in 10.07 are like Boomkin is a good example. Some specs are going to be losing a lot with the tier changes. It's so annoying, man, because like some people actually have such good tier right now. And moving forward, their tier is just getting worse. It just feels like you're actually just downgrading. I'm not rating Ret DK. Okay, okay, let's go. We got a lot of people in the stream right now, guys, with a lot of different opinions, which is great. Where are we putting Unholy Decays? My gut for Unholy Decays would be A. Like A minus-ish, you know? Low A. Yeah, we'll put it at low A. Now, where are we putting Frost Decay? So Frost Decays, I'm thinking like S, man. Every time I fight a Frost Decay, I lose, I swear. When it comes to like rated 3s, I'm telling you, bro, I swear Frost Decays are S tier. I really believe it. This is the Ret and the Frost Decay are going to be the most controversial. The Frost Decays, man, they're going to get pissed about this, but bro, in 3v3, Frost Decays look crazy, man. I'm putting them up. I think they're way better than Unholy Decay. Frost Decays are going up, dude. Their stonks have risen. And I think we have to put the new king of the castle. We got to witness the Retribution Paladins today. Their defense is looking solid. Their offense is looking absolutely unmatched. And I think the king's back, yo. I think the king's back, baby. #1 position, Retribution Paladin, S tier. You guys think S plus? Yeah. I don't know why Ret Paladins have a 30-second execution sentence. So, you know, there was a lot of Ret changes. And like I said, sometimes it's hard to decipher when you're reading through all of the patch notes how strong something is going to be. And I saw a lot of like people talking about how Rets are pre-nerfed. But what I saw today, what did we learn today? Tell me if I'm wrong about any of this. Execution sentence now has a 30-second cooldown. Yes or no? Yes. I also heard that Avenging Wrath, like the Wings, has a 1-minute cooldown. Is that true? Wings has a 1-minute cooldown? 1 minute CD, 20-second duration Wings. Nice. 1 minute CD, 20-second durations. So I guess they didn't like the direction that Retribution Paladin was with their cooldowns, but they made it so their cooldowns are up way more often. It's kind of crazy, man. It's kind of crazy. So I feel like Rep Paladins are absolutely insane. No, you show me the video. So yeah. Lines up with every single Divine Toll and every 2 execution sentences. So every 2 execution sentences is a Wings execution sentence. Okay, so I need someone else's opinion on the. What do you guys think about the healer tier list right now? Before we sign, seal, and deliver this tier list to YouTube. So red is OP. In my opinion, red is going to be very good. Red is going to be very good. I think it could potentially be one of the best specs in the entire game. I'm going to put it up there. I think red is going to work. We saw it today. I think this is what's going to happen, okay? I think Ret is going to play extremely good with a lot of MS classes. So I think Ret Demo will be good. I think Ret Warrior will be good. And I think Ret BM Hunter will be good. And I think Ret Rogue will be good. I think Ret is going to pair with like all of the S tier specs and make just a mega S tier sandwich, you know? Ret Demo, double Ret. I swear double Ret will actually be good, yeah. Mega S tier Retribution sandwich, yeah. Get ready, guys. Ret Hunter, Ret BM, man. Ooh, Ret Warrior, Ret Demo. Dude, you know, what about Ret Frosty K? That's going to be crazy, bro. Ret Frosty K, that's horrifying, man. Imagine every single Blinding Sleet is Wings. That's actually a thing. Every single Blinding Sleet is at Wings. Ooh, that's going to be real fun. I don't really think this is even controversial. I feel like this is looking good. This is looking real solid right now. All right, here it is, guys. 10:07. Subject to change.